Okay, I guess we can start. Yeah. So, first of all, Klaus, can I have your attention, please? I like to talk a bit about the future of commerce. My name is Stefan Willkommer. I'm from Tech Division. I'm a CTO, and within Tech Division, I'm responsible for the technology strategy and controlling. That's from my side, but today I have a completely different topic. It's not about content management or things around content management. We will talk a bit about e-commerce and future of commerce, and yeah, I will give you some hopefully nice insights, and also like to give you some numbers for the start and show you some history things, and yeah, then I have lots of multimedia stuff which is, I think, quite interesting. So let's start with the first multimedia we have here, the future of commerce.
What would the world look like if we could all make a piece of it? Would it look less rigid, more fluid? Would it be more wild or more precise? Would it be a place where you never have to grow up? But you could, if it meant bringing your dream house to life. Would it look like a weekend getaway? Or a New York runway? Would it look more bold, brilliant, brave, or bright? Or would it look as different and one of a kind and unrepeatable and unexpected as each of us? And what if the technology behind all this left the world greener, too? What would the world look like if we could all make a piece of it? We're about to find out.
Yeah, that's the future of e-commerce, maybe. So I think what we saw is really future thing, but it could be possible in the next or in a couple of years. Some of these technologies you saw there are already available. But if we step directly into the future, I will show you some things of the past. First of all, so I will like to show you the life cycle of our industry and how we developed in a very, very tremendously fast way the last years and the last decades. So let's have a look at the life cycle in the computer industry. So we started in the 60s with the mainframe computing. The computers in this time slot were very, very big, huge, like rooms like this one, and then it started to develop, and the computers getting smaller within every years, and the performance was increasing. In the 70s we have the mini computing. It was really mini, so it was just a smaller room, not the hall. In the 80s we began, you know, with personal computer. Everybody was able to afford a computer at their homes, and in the 90s we introduced, not we, but the community introduced the desktop internet computing, which was growing very fast and led us to the mobile computing things in the 2000 decade. Yeah, where we are now. And if you see these time frames, with every decade, the increase of the technology was growing in a very, very fast way. And where will this lead us, we don't actually know. But I think we have a very, very exciting future in the next years. So if you imagine you were at maybe we were at a rock concert, it looked like something like this yesterday in the 90s. So if you take these pictures nowadays, it will definitely look like this. So you see, we have developed in every situation with smartphones, with mobile devices, and this is a very, very interesting development which was going around. And I have a very interesting chart here, a look at China. Why China? I have some media stuff later. I will show you where it's going about, a bit about the e-commerce market in China. And here you see the rapidly increasing usage of mobile devices against desktop devices in China. And if you see in December 2012, the mobile usage overhauled the desktop use, and this is very, very, very interesting. And you see, if you look into third world countries, this chart will be almost the same. So, because it's very easy for big countries like India or China to set up infrastructure, mobile infrastructure. It's much more easier than a classical infrastructure. So today, what do we have today? I will show you and give you some numbers for today for the e-commerce market. Unfortunately, I only have them for the German market, but I think you can imagine what this means in the European Union or maybe worldwide. So if we look into the revenue in the B2C e-commerce market in Germany, so we have an increase around about 10% every year since 2009, which led us to a forecast for 2013 of 33 billions of euro, which is quite nice, I think. And the forecast for 2014 is also in the area of 10% increase. Yeah, if we go, or if you look at the mail order business, what does this mean to the mail order business, to the classical mail order business? Over 70% of the mail order business in Germany is delivered through e-commerce. And that is or not maybe, for sure, this is the reason, and this is no surprise why I'm sure you heard about the insolvencies we had in Germany with Neckermann and Quelle, and this is definitely the reason, because these big companies didn't managed to get into the e-commerce and the new technologies and new media in a fast or in a way which was cost efficient and led them to a good time to market. So that was the problem for them. So what possibilities do we have actually when we are going to or trying to build an e-business platform? There are actually four ways we have. First way, or first possibility we have is in-house development. So you can build up or set up your online store, your e-business platform in-house by your IT department. Is maybe the most expensive thing, but it's in some ways it's a good approach. Then on the other hand, you have something like on-demand SaaS solutions. Maybe you heard about some of these products. This is also a good approach if you don't want to have the competence in-house. So if you like to outsource everything, inclusive fulfillment, it's a good approach to go on the on-demand way or going the on-demand way. And for sure, for this approach, you definitely have to have a good margin, because there are a revenue share based business model, and you need a margin which can handle that. So the third thing are proprietary solutions, like classical software you can buy and you can customize for your solutions. But we are here on an open source community event, so we don't want to talk about proprietary solutions. Let's talk about open source. And this is definitely the fourth way, and in my opinion, it is the best way. I will tell you later why I think this is the best way for e-business platforms. Yeah. there is a very, very nice study from a guy from the UK, Tom Robert Shaw, a technology study. They compared the top 1 million e-commerce site internationally and their technology against. And the result was the following. So you see here the results for the top 1 million e-commerce sites. The market leader, as you can imagine, is Magento, which is an open source PHP-based solution with 23%. But if you add all the open source products in the PHP area, you will have 60% for the top 1 million websites that are based on e-commerce solutions, open source, with PHP. So this is quite interesting. Maybe you ask, why is there no proprietary or other solutions like Intershop, Demandware, ATG, or something like that? If you go on other few, so just for the 100,000 sites, then you have quite a different result, which is better for a bit better for Magento, so now they have a quarter. But there are also some other technologies from the proprietary way. IBM WebSphere Commerce, a big solution from IBM, which is an e-commerce platform framework. ATG, which was recently bought by Oracle, is also a proprietary software. And you have some other things, and on the green one here is in the middle is Demandware, which is an on-demand solution with 4%. So I think this is quite interesting, but let me go into the German market. So the diversification in the German market look like the following. You can see on the following chart. Open source has a part of 38% in the German market for all the German e-commerce platforms, which I think is quite good. It's a quite good result. So we have 33% of proprietary software. We have also SAS with 16%, and 11% is in-house developed software. So, as I said, in my opinion, e-business platform has to be open source. Why is that? For my opinion, or in my opinion, this is a very e-commerce platforms or e-commerce in general is a very important part of your business model. And if you go or if you give this knowledge away, it is very dangerous in my opinion. And so an open approach, like with open source software, is definitely very helpful for your further development and for your flexibility. So, what we have now seen, will be definitely developed further. And let me go into some more numbers from the mobile area. So, here you see the mobile usage or the mobile device usage in Germany, and they're increased. So actually last year in October we had around about 30 million smartphone users in Germany, actively smartphone users in Germany. And if you go to the tablet users, you can also see a tremendously increase from 2010, which is here forecasted to 2016, where we have maybe we'll have then 23 million, more than 23 million of tablet users. So what other things do we have actually with the mobile devices and the smartphone technologies? We are using or using something like this QR codes. We can use them actively and we can use them passively. So actively means you can scan something to compare prices on the point of sale, for example, or you can use them passively. If you've flown through Stuttgart, maybe you have your boarding pass, your boarding card on your smartphone with a QR code. So in this approach, you use them passively. And this led us to one interesting thing. Tesco, which is an international grocery player, started with something they called it window shopping. So they made in train stations and underground stations some big screens. They looked like a grocery store, and you can photograph these or scan the product with their QR code and put it directly into the basket, and they will directly ship to your home. So this was a very, very nice approach from Tesco. They started that in Korea a couple of years ago, but this is a kind of way of old school, I think, nowadays. So there are quite more interesting approaches, especially when it comes to the field of augmented reality. And I will show you some augmented reality examples in the field.
This is the hottest for the season.
Okay. No.
It's a little too busy.
Too purple. Too short. Too hot.
Yeah, that's new.
Okay. I think my mom wore this. This is great. Blue.
So this is not far away. They tested this year, started to test this in Korea. So these are really technologies we have at the moment. So this is not future. This is what we really can have. And I have the augmented reality 2.0 with Yihaodian. It's a grocery store in China. At the moment, they are going to get the biggest one in China, and they started something last year which I think is really, really cool. Oh.
Online shopping has become a major phenomenon in China. But when it comes to grocery shopping, people still prefer the traditional supermarkets. This is Carrefour, with 220 outlets at present and adding 20 more this year alone. Each store handles over 10,000 customers every day. Tesco and Metro are just as big. Competing against these multinationals is a local e-commerce company called Yihaodian, an online grocery service. Yihaodian means #1 store in English, and that's exactly what the founders want to be, the #1. To realize this dream, Yihaodian had to steal customers from the much bigger pie of brick-and-mortar shopping. So, on October the 15th, 2012, we opened 1,000 stores overnight in some of China's most strategic and iconic locations. And since we are an online grocery store, our supermarkets weren't made of brick and mortar, but of pixels and bytes. Measuring 40 by 40 meters each, they covered the equivalent of 1.6 million square meters of prime commercial real estate. We placed them conveniently on parking lots, business campuses, and near office buildings. In Beijing alone, there were 100 stores, even at Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City. In fact, we even built one right under Carrefour's nose. Our location-based augmented reality app helps people locate the nearest store. They can enter it like a regular supermarket, walk through the aisles, and choose from over 1,000 products. When they check out, purchases in their virtual basket are delivered straight to their home. Time-starved consumers liked this combination of traditional retailing experience and e-commerce. After all, there are no long lines at checkout and no trolleys with wonky wheels. News of our 1,000 store launch spread through PR, video, and word of mouth. And Yihaodian was thrilled by a staggering 17% increase in revenue over a 3-month period. So now when it comes to sales per square foot, we can truly say that we are Yihaodian.
So you saw why Yihaodian is now the biggest grocery store in China. I think this is very impressive, and they used the imagination, and I think this is a quite cool thing, and we will definitely see this in the next years here, maybe in Germany or in other countries as well. But what are the next big things? We have some gadgets like smartphone, iPad, we have smart TV at home, but now a next big thing is coming up, and these are the wearables. So you've maybe heard about Google Glasses. I will show you later in a smart video something about Google Glasses. You've heard about the watches. Samsung introduced some watches and wrist bands and something like that. And also there are not only wearables, there are also drivables which are coming up in America, in the States. Audi and also Google are working on drivable gadgets, on cars which can drive by themselves and have some more usage or some more functionalities you can use when you don't have to drive because the car is driving by itself. So this is definitely the next big thing, but let me step into example what is possible. Maybe you have saw this in the past with the Google Glasses.
Yeah. Meet me in front of Strand Books at 2. Oh man, really? Hey there, guy. Hey there, little guy. Sweet. Remind me to buy tickets for Monsieur Gano tonight. Where's the music section? Oh, yes, this is it. Is Paul here yet? Huh. Hey, dude, how's it going?
Want to go check out that new place I was telling you about?
Sure.
This truck's really good.
Hey, just a second. Cool.
Good to see you again.
Thanks, man.
Just got a new place in Outside City.
See you, dude. Whoa, cool. Take a photo of this. Share it to my circles. Oh, I'm running late. Music, stop.
Hi, what's up?
Hey,
Hey.
you want to say something cool?
Yeah, sure. Is that a ukulele?
Yep. Okay, here goes.
That's beautiful.
So Larry Page is testing this device over the last couple of months in New York. So lots of people saw him with wearing the Google Glasses and with big smiling. And you can imagine why this device is giving you a smile on your face. I think it's pretty cool stuff. And I've also heard there are some rumors about contract negotiation with the Deutsche Telekom for the Google Glasses for next year. So maybe we will have this device next year in Germany as well. So pretty cool. Yeah, we saw some stuff. Some may laugh about that, but didn't we have that before? Of course we had situations before, and see some quotes of people, maybe you know these guys, what they said about the development of the technology and the future of some technologies. There is no reason anyone would want a computer in their home, was by Ken Olsen Digital Equipment in 1977. So, okay, this is quite far, was quite far in the past, but I don't want to make a sign under that. But there's another one, 640 KB RAM is enough. Everybody know this legendary sentence from Bill Gates, 1981. The internet will collapse in 1996, also a good one, I think. This was from Robert McAuliffe, the founder of the Ethernet in the 90s. And the fourth one, the internet won't be a mass media because it has no soul. This was 2001 by Matthias Horks, which is a future professor for future technologies. And this amazed me pretty much because maybe you can give them a right that the internet has no soul, but it is definitely, or it had become a mass media definitely. So what will we get a couple of years later? So if we go from today in maybe 4, 5, 6, or 10 years, maybe we have something like that in our daily life.
Good morning, Courtney.
Yeah, it was just a fake, but you see, this is a wearable device which may come up in the next years, and it's interesting what you can do with that. And if you imagine what the possibilities are offered in the area of e-commerce by such devices, it's incredible, I think. So. But what's about the e-commerce point of view? So I will also give you some future things which are here at the moment, but not in Germany or not in the European Union, but in some other countries. But for sure they will definitely come also to Germany. So. One thing is a payment option which was introduced this year by Certify. It's a company from the Bay Area. A payment option using hashtags. I think this is quite cool. Imagine you are on Twitter or on Facebook and you see a cool product. Then you just write as a comment or retweet #buy, and your accounts from Certify are connected to your PayPal accounts, and you're buying this product instantly, and it will ship directly to your home. So this is a thing which is still available at the moment in the States, but in Germany, I guess there are some legal reasons maybe we have to solve with that. But not only a startup, a lean startup like Shopify used or introduced something like that, also very big companies like American Express started to use hashtags on Twitter for payment. So in April this year, American Express started to use hashtags on Twitter really for real payment, and this is also quite incredible. So Maybe you've heard about one thing which was in the media around e-commerce the last 2 years, I think, the so-called multi-channel. So what is the multi-channel and what does this mean to the e-commerce? Or better, what does multi-channel, omni-channel and cross-channel mean together? So 3 words, 3 buzzwords, which are used often in the same way, in the same area. But what does multi-channel mean for us and for the e-commerce? Multi-channel is just the way or the possibility to offer your products in different channels from offline to online. It not only have to be the combination of a point of sale and a classical e-commerce store. It also can be, like in the omni-channel way, marketplaces on the web. It also can be smart TV applications or things around the smart TV area. And combining these channels, especially online and offline, means the cross-channel experience. So if you have heard about the ROPO effects, which is research online purchase offline, or the other way, research offline purchase online. So this is a good example for the classical multi-channel. You can see in this picture the different channels you can use in your e-commerce strategy. So you have maybe the point of sale, you have print, you have your website, you have social media, mobile, you have marketplaces like eBay, like Amazon, you have TV, you also can have classical ways like call center or something like that. So the multi-channel is very interesting and is a very, very good advantage for classical retailers to get back in the new business, because what they have, they can offer products directly to you face to face. And this is a thing which the pure players can't do. Amazon can't offer you services directly face to face with a human directly besides you. And this is a good advantage for all of the classical retailers, and I will show you some options, especially for payment at the point of sale, which are already available.
Cell phones have always been a big thing, and as they got smaller, they became even bigger. We talk, we play, we work, we read, and now we can even accept credit card payments, thanks to iZettle. Let's say you want to sell your watch, or your car, or a pair of sunglasses. Just connect the free chip card reader to your iPhone, and the application automatically launches. Now enter the amount and a brief description of the purchase. Insert the buyer's credit card, then press pay. The phone securely contacts the bank and authorizes the payment. Take out the card and have the buyer sign to confirm. They can add their email if they want to send themselves a receipt, and even share this with friends on Facebook to let them know what they bought and where they bought it. iZettle, payments made easy.
So this is a quite cool thing for, especially for small merchants who want to offer their customers a new experience on the point of sale in the area of payment. But there are also some other possibilities, and PayPal, which is one of the biggest payment service provider worldwide, is very agile in that way, using or introducing new kinds of payment and new kinds of services on the point of sale. Look at that.
Are these customers looking to buy or just looking? PayPal transforms this in-store test drive into an in-store sales driver by integrating delivery and installment options, upselling and cross-selling into the purchase flow. Smart, relevant offers mean bigger baskets.
Do we really need new sheets?
Are you going to say no to a wife trying to spend more time in bed?
Let's get them.
But not only in-aisle purchase is a possibility, there is also a possibility of something like directly pay in store and get out of the store. Look at this here.
What can I get you? Usual?
Yes, thanks. Just paying with PayPal.
Okay, you checked in?
Sure have.
Where do you segment?
No problems.
There you go, mate.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Take care.
Good, mate.
You can also use this to get rid of your classical counters or cashiers in stores. So just imagine you go into a store, pick up a product, pay with PayPal, and get out of the store. So this is a very easy way of shopping, and I think really cool way. But there are other things which are also very impressive, and one of the things you can use in your daily in your daily work or in your daily time schedule is the upfront ordering order ahead, which is also introduced by PayPal.
G'day, mate. G'day, mate. Didn't see you there. Just downloaded my 100th app.
Oh, yeah?
It's a time management app to help manage my time, you know?
Right.
It's perfect.
Hey, where are you going?
I ordered ahead with PayPal.
There you go, mate. All ready for you.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Have a good day, mate.
How's that for time management? See you at the office.
So Starbucks is already testing this, and I guess we will have this pretty soon in Germany as well. So, and now, the good news is that we don't have to think about in the future about only e-commerce, because yesterday it looked something like that. We had a very, very big part of offline commerce, and we have a small part of online commerce. Nowadays it looks like something like that. It is offline commerce and online web-influenced offline commerce, and in the future this just will be looking like this, and the e-commerce is no longer e-commerce. The e-commerce will be just commerce. So stay excited, be innovative, and imagine what you can do with these tools, with these possibilities in the future. I think we have a great future in this area. And yeah, thank you for your time. And if you have questions, I'll be around in the next hour, so just ask me. I will put this presentation on SlideShare, and you can get in touch with me over the following channels: Twitter, Facebook, Xing, or LinkedIn is not here, but you can also add me on LinkedIn, and you will get the slides on SlideShare under my account. So thank you for your time. Enjoy the day, enjoy the conference, and have a great social event. Thanks.